What's up, traders? 3 trades today. Let's get to it. Let's start WDC here, 40.11. Put a profit target at, put it at 78. A little bit more than half. Liking Twitter up here too. We'll see what this does through 45. Got a line up there at 75. Liking the action. Coming back down to 45. Might just leave this. I'm not really, it doesn't feel that extended. Moving averages were kind of keeping up with it too. Coming down to our take profit here on WDC. And pop back up here. I'm going to add to WDC here. It's going to bring our average down to 40.04. Feels like it was trying to pop through 40 and couldn't quite get back up towards high of day. Going to use high of day as a stop here. Put our other take profit down there at 65 now. Still got the one there at 78. There we go, we're through it. See if we can get the pop down into the 70s. Order sitting there at 78. There's 80, 78, there we go. Got our fill. See if we can come down to 65. VWAP's kind of sitting right there. Nope, I'm going to pop back up for now. Liking the squeeze here on JKS. There we go. Some nice FOMO coming in here. We're going to start it there, 31.21. Oh, WDC is right up the high of day. Man, that was a squeeze off the bottom there. See what it does here at the highs. If it wants to squeeze through the highs here, I'd actually be interested in seeing if it wants to get up there towards 40.50 and looking to add. That's quite the squeeze. If it tries to come back down here and consolidate, we'll probably just have to stop out at the highs. But if it wants to continue on this move, we'll look for it to, we'll look for an add there up through high of day. So we're either looking for this to continue or we're looking for it to come back down into the range before. Go back down through the previous high. Okay, here we go with the continuation. See if we can get up through 50, or at least 250. Alright, oh, we went through for a second. See what it wants to do here. Alright, struggling. Alright, we're going to get the add there. We got 48 there. If it wants to continue, I actually like this move. That's a pretty big move off the bottom there. And we're starting to get extended again. Plus we got that nice level off the daily. Move our order up here on JKS just a little bit. What the heck? I don't understand why it keeps doing that. Gonna cancel it and put it back in. Alright, well, looks like we might actually be adding to this. Nice little move here out of JKS. This thing's getting really extended. I'm gonna add there. Kind of felt the jiggle. Got 31.63. Puts our average at 31.42. Coming right down to it. Put the order there at 31.10. So I'm kind of watching both charts here. WDC coming down to our first order here at 40.10. And we'd just be looking for that 40 flush for the rest. There we go, 12. We're going to take half there. We ended up getting 17. Didn't seem to want to come down to 10. We'll take half off there and we'll still look for the other half down there at 39.95. Looking for that breakthrough 40. Nice move here on apps. We're going to go ahead and start apps, 33.78. I know you guys can't see this. I'll just have to show you the chart afterwards. in 3 trades at once here. Put the take profit order out. See if we can get down there. Starting to come down here on JKS. Put the order out here at 39.95 like I had said before. Just didn't put it in yet. JKS trying to get down there at 31.10. Our average is sitting there at 31.42, so it's kind of just hovering around our average at the moment. Here we go on APPS. Not quite. A little bit of a bounce. WDC, the volume's starting to slow down a little bit, which is good. People are okay with this thing coming back down. Just looking for this 40 break, coming down again. There we go, under 10. Apps is starting to work. There comes JKS. We're out of apps. JKS coming down, 31.18. Our order's at 10. Sitting here on WDC at 39.95 as well. 17, missed by 7 cents there on JKS. WDC popping back up. Come on down, JKS. Just want to get out of your. We're on the bid. JKS. Nope, no fill. Just gonna take JKS off. That's just been pretty frustrating since we got in. Things on earnings, and man, look at WDC. JKS is on earnings, and it's not really doing what we want it to do. It's not breaking down like we thought it would, so we'll just kind of take that off, pretty much break even. We'll let it be. Apps was a good trade. I'll have to show you guys that one a little bit. WDC, man, it's doing the exact same thing it did this last time. Or it tried pulling back, and then it just squeezed right to high of day, which is why I did not stop out at high of day, because we're going to see if this wants to poke through, come back down into the range, maybe look for an add, or if it wants to actually extend and from that now previous resistance. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is what we want, right? This is what we're looking for in a move. It just sucks that we're still in partial position from before. Right up to 41. We're definitely getting an add here. There it is. We can get 91. Was just looking for the jiggle. There it is, coming back down. Puts our average at 40, 58, 65. It's not quite as high as I'd like it. See about adding an extra 10 here just to get our average up. See if it wants to hang out up here or if it wants to just pull back. Might just be looking to get out of the rest of these break even. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just put the whole thing out there. I'm still thinking about it. We'll see what happens. All right, we're coming down. All right, we're gonna put that out there, see what happens. I mean, VWAP is all the way down there under 40. It's due a nice little comeback, or pullback. Just haven't quite got it. Just some minor pullbacks to keep going here. But the moves to keep going have just been fast, which is what we want. So that's why we're still in this trade. Just watching it. If it tries 41 again here and fails, we'll be looking to add to get our average up a little bit. Just hanging out here. Obviously wouldn't be too upset if it wants to run to that line right on the daily. We know we'd have some decent resistance there. So it looks to be struggling here. It can't get back up to 41. There we go. Trying 41. It's through. Looking for this to squeeze. We'll get our 2 here. Basically become a 1-1-2 trade. Previous average would technically be the 1. Then we hit the 1 at the top, and then this would be a 2. But if it wants to fake out here, we'll actually look to add that 10 again. Just to kind of keep us on the safe side, because then we can always add the 2 later. We're going to hit it there. So we got 93. That thing started coming down quick. Brings our average up to 40.70. So we're just going to put the full amount out there right above the $half somewhere. Yeah, maybe we'll go up to 60 because it looks like the previous resistance is right there. See if we can come down to 60. It'll give us 10-cent profit, so wouldn't even be complaining. This definitely has some more room to the downside, but it's showing signs of strength. Plus that 9's coming up to it. A lot of people like to ride that thing up. And quite honestly, it's not really doing what we want it to do anymore. So the only reason we're still in this is because the moves that it made through high of day were fast. So we want fast. So the faster it is, the more likely it is to retrace. So that's what we're going after here. Coming right down to us, 65, 60, and we're out. So, okay. Ended up being a pretty good trade there on WDC. And believe it or not, that's all one trade. All right, traders, that was my 3 trades. A little lengthy video this time probably, but I was in 3 trades all at once, and I thought you guys could, see the emotions of being in 3 trades all at the same time. Is, it's starting to become a little bit more normal, so that's a good thing. And man, look at this SPI. What a day for that thing. But anyways, so WDC had previous resistance from the pre-market all the way down here, 38.71. It made a pretty nice move, and we were actually kind of late to the party. We saw it make this move here through 40, came all the way down to 39.44. I was kind of hesitant to get in, but it kept trying to go high of day and it kept failing. So we decided to take a starter, figuring if it wanted to continue, no big deal. We just got our starter. We'll look to add because, at that point we were still really extended. And I was happy to take the trade. However, you could see it started forming a little descending triangle. We actually added into one of the pops there, looking to get the wash back down towards VWAP. We covered out half the position here, and we had the other order pretty much right under it for the most part, just looking for the wash, and we didn't quite get it. And look at this big move back up, right? This is a fast move, and you guys saw it live. And we started to extend now from this previous resistance. So we kind of felt the top there, 40.50. It was such a fast move, ran out of buyers, and started to get that jiggle effect right there at 40.50. We got our add, so it brought our average up. I want to say it was I guess it was right around like 40.30. I don't remember exactly. I'd have to go back and look. But again, same thing. Pulled back, took off half. And then it did the exact same thing. It decided to squeeze high of day yet again. So now we have another previous resistance that it extended from, and we were more extended this time versus the whole move. So this one was a little bit of a smaller pullback, and then it extended even more. So I was actually even more excited, especially knowing we had that resistance up here on the daily. So as long as the move was fast, I was more than happy to stay in this. We got up there. I hit the add button. Right after when it was struggling at 41, and I realized that our average was just not high enough. It was at 40.58, and I was just like, it's not really looking like any kind of profits if we do get that pullback at least to this previous resistance before maybe trying to do exactly what it's done 2 times prior. So I was looking for a spot to add. It did hover around 41. It tried to go through. Once I saw it fail 41, that's when we jumped in with an extra, just a 1, right? So we were in basically 1 here, and then I just added another 1 just in case it did decide it wanted to rip a little bit higher. We could really smash it down up here at 41.50. That was the plan, but it did not, and we ended up taking our full position right at this previous resistance, just because I was actually just kind of done with the trade. It wasn't really breaking down like we wanted it to. You could see the 9 started to come up, and it kept bouncing off of it. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just take what it gives me, and I'm gonna be done with it. And this was actually the last trade. It was the first trade we were in, and then the last trade we were in. We entered it, and then it was actually our last cover. So the second trade that we were in was JKS. This one was a little bit more simple. As you can see, previous resistance. Let's scroll out, make sure. Yeah, because this was on earnings as well. Not all-time highs, but pretty close. As you can see, we were drawing some lines. This was the line, and then this was all-time highs all the way up here. So when we jumped into this trade, it was fast, right? We had minor pullback, and then we had a nice little extension. We only got 1-1, pulled back, and we kind of felt that we were trying to get more out of this. We were looking for a little bit closer to VWAP, but we could kind of feel that it wasn't going anywhere. So put the order out, and we got filled. And it went all the way up there to high of day again before eventually coming down and testing VWAP. So I can't even be mad because we would have had to hold through all of that. So can't be upset with the JKS trade. And what was the other one? Apps. This one was on the other screen. This was a quick one, and as you can see, previous resistance all the way down here, and had a fast move here. I don't remember seeing this, probably because I was involved with the other trades. But then I pulled it up and I saw this one, and I saw previous resistance here, 33. I pulled up the daily. I saw a line there on the daily. It pretty much went right to it. And then I don't think I drew this line on the chart in the moment. I might have. I don't think so, because I don't think it was there. I think I just drew it afterwards, but I saw it, and I remember I was like, well, let me draw that level on the daily and see where it comes up here. We can just take a look. It was literally the previous highs right there. So that was where that line came from, and it ended up pretty much hitting it perfectly. So pretty quick one there. Just got short, single entry, came back down, kind of tried to feel the bottom. It started to stop there around that 30.50 area. Threw the order out there at 30.44, looking for the 50 flush, and we got it. It did go a little bit further before trying to bounce, and you can see it did bounce, but ultimately ended up being sloppy seconds, and it worked out. So a lot of people were like, well, why don't you hold looking for lower and stuff like that? Well, I know SPY is not a great example, but just to show you, sometimes when you get these breakdowns and then you get the pop back up and you're looking for it to come down further, sometimes that's not what you get. Sometimes when you come up and you get the breakdown and then it pops back up and then you're looking for it to come back down, sometimes this is what happens. This isn't a great example, but it was just I had it down here on the other chart and I could see it kind of did that. So it's all hindsight when you start doing that. That's why I like to do these things live in real time so that you guys can actually see what's happening in real time. You're trying to make decisions based off of what you can currently see. Anybody can take a chart, when the market's closed, and go back and look at it and say, this is what you should have done. So that's all I got for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always appreciate the support. If you do have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.